What's going on, guys? How's it going? I'm back with another video. As you saw in the last video, I installed the M3 style side skirts, but I never bolted them on, and the reason is I am doing an E90 to E92 front end conversion. So I have always liked the E92 front end a lot better than the E90 front end. I mean, it's grown on me, but I still don't like it. I can't really explain aesthetically why I don't like it, but the E92 just looks better in my opinion. And I believe this is the only video that is actually making a detailed explanation on how to do this, because all the instructions and like everything on how to do this conversion are all on forums, and I've never seen anyone actually make a video on this. So I believe this is the first. Hopefully if anyone wants to do this conversion as well, they can just follow along in this video. But yeah, we're going to be replacing the front bumper, front fenders, the headlights, and the hood. So I have the front bumper and the fenders over there. I'll show you guys the headlight and everything else back at my workstation. But yeah, stay tuned. We'll get started in a second. So as you can see here, I have the front bumper, 2 passenger and driver fenders, and also the E92 headlights, the ballast for the headlights, and then the fender turn signal lights for the M3 style fenders. So I'm gonna get started with taking apart the fenders first, and then I'll go to the bumper, and we'll take it from there. So I forgot to mention, when doing an E90 to E92 front end conversion, you also have to get headlight brackets because they're a bit different, but everything else should be direct bolt on, so I won't have to do any fabrication or anything. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that before I get started with taking off the front end. As you can see, I have the car on jack stands. I left the jack there just cause, but yeah, they're on jack stands. And I was originally gonna take off both front wheels, but I haven't taken off the wheels now for a little bit over a year. So basically, since I got the wheels, I've never taken them off, so they're basically stuck to the they're stuck to the rotor, and they're really hard to get off. And I think I can get by with doing this. All I have to do is turn the wheel either left or right, and I'm just going to be doing that to take apart the fender liner. And yeah, so I'm about to get started, put you guys on time lapse, let you know how it goes. But yeah, so I'm gonna get started with doing the fenders first. There are these are either 8 or 10 millimeter bolts on the top of the fender, and then inside the door you have to leave it open at a certain angle to release those bolts. And then after that, I have to take apart the fender liner and take those off. And yeah, it should be self-explanatory from there. I'm gonna do a lot more explaining as I go, but for now I'm gonna leave you guys on time lapse and start the whole front end conversion. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. Hopefully it turns out well. So I've been meaning to do this for a long time now. I ordered all the parts right around this time last year, and the reason I never replaced it then was because I really wanted to record it and put it on YouTube, but I kind of fell off the whole grind last year, and the way I wanted my videos to be laid out was essentially what I've been posting recently. But yeah, now that everything's been going according to schedule, I am going to start this front end conversion, and I am really excited for it. So I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse, and yeah, we'll just go from there. Alright, so as you guys can see, I got a lot of work done, but front bumper's off, driver fender is off. Now I'm only working on removing the passenger fender, but before I do that, I need to loosen a 10mm bolt. There's 3 in total, so the first one is right there, and then once you loosen that, there's another 10mm on the other side that I have to loosen, and then the third one is right there. If you can see that, third one is right there. So in total there's one up here, one at the bottom down there, and then the third one right there. So after I do that, I can slowly peel the fender off, disconnect the side marker, and then it should just fully come off. But yeah, I'm gonna put you guys back on time lapse and then finish this process up. Alright, see? Easy peasy. We got that out. I just wanted to get this done tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to be taking off the headlights and the old headlight brackets and then putting on the E92 brackets and headlights. I'm also going to be deleting this headlight washer. It's the stupidest thing in my opinion. It basically, if you guys don't know, E90s, E9Xs, they have this headlight washer where whenever you use your windshield wiper, this thing comes out like this and then washes your headlights. It's honestly so stupid, but yeah, I'm gonna be deleting that because my front bumper doesn't have that thing because I didn't want it. But as you can see, we got a lot of work done today, so I'm gonna call it a night, get some rest, and then finish this all up tomorrow. Alright, so as you guys can see, I have both E92 headlights here. The reason I'm holding it like this is so you guys can see what they look like. I just installed the ballast and there's no screws, so basically that's the E90 headlight, that's the E92 headlight. Headlights are one of the things that I prefer over the E90, but yeah. So I just installed the new ballast that I got for it. There's no screws, so I'm just going to transfer the ones from the E90 over to here. They're already installed on both of them. I'm going to be working on removing these headlights and also deleting this headlight fluid washer thing. But I'm going to put you guys on time lapse and we'll get started from there. So as you guys just saw, we put on the bumper, but there's a few complications. So when I bought the E92 fenders at the time, I didn't know. I'll do a whole explanation when I like actually show you around the car, but long story short, this is a fast forward like 6-7 months in the future, just because I got lazy. Since right now I'm doing a whole Frankenstein project with the front end. It's becoming an E92. So as you can see, there's the headlights, the front bumper. I'm gonna explain what I'm gonna do with the fenders, but just give me one sec. All right, so as you can see, the fenders aren't flush, which is because what I already knew before I started this conversion is the E92 fenders are longer than the E90 fenders. But what I didn't know is this like seam in the door, this part of an E92 fender, it fits differently, which is why the fenders that I bought didn't fit on this car. So I had to buy E90 fenders because what would work and what would be the least amount of effort would be buying E90 M3 fenders, because they fit the door like molding and they also are flush in between here. But I couldn't find any for like a reasonable price that were parted out, and they're like extremely rare to find. So what I'm gonna do is, the fenders are coming within the next week. I have a friend who's done custom bodywork to his car. So basically what I'm doing is the E90 fender will fit flush, right? But the fitment will be exactly the same here. So what I'm gonna do is, there's a headlight support like bracket right here, but since the fender is too short and doesn't reach the headlight is missing that one last level of support. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting it like probably from like this area. I'm cutting this part of the fender, and I'm also cutting the E92 fenders that I already have, and then I'm going to mold that onto the E90 fender so that it has a flush fitment. That's pretty much what I'm doing, and it just took me so long to do this because I was like really lazy, since it's not really simple to do. But when it's done, I think it's gonna look good, especially because this is what the car looks like right now. I think it looks pretty nice. So there were no complications putting on the headlights. They're basically bolt-on. So as you can see, the E92 headlights are on there. That's the right side. This is the left side. I think when I recorded it last, I was with Ronnie and we were testing if this one worked when we plugged in the connection, but they didn't have the bulb in it, so I took it back out and I put my OEM bulbs from my E90 headlights and I put it in there. But yeah, so this is gonna have to be a part 2. So as of right now, this is what the car is gonna look like. But yeah, once the fenders come in, that's when the part 2 will start. And actually I'm going to put another part on it. But yeah, forgot to mention, so as you can see, there's this big gap here, is because, as I mentioned earlier, the fenders are longer, so obviously there's no flush fitment. So what I did temporarily was the zip tie special on this side, the passenger side, and in the belly pan, because I drove this car for the whole time for these past 6 months, and occasionally the belly pan would like sag and the zip ties would break, because the belly pan bolts into the front bumper. So I lost those like retaining clips that the screws bolt into, so I need a new belly pan. But yeah, so I'm sorry for this long process, but you live and you learn. As I said in the beginning of this video, I still think that I am the only one on YouTube that I know of that has recorded this E90 to E92 front end conversion. Obviously there's a bunch of forums on it, but there are no videos on it, which is probably why I ran into this issue. A lot of people have helped me that I've contacted from the forums and on Reddit, but as you can see, we still have the car and the jack stands and the hood is open. But in a few minutes, I'm going to lower the car, put it on the ground, and what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna put on the new hood that I got for the car in May 2021. So yeah, I bought this hood over a year ago. I was lazy, so I mean, no excuses on that part, but I'm gonna put on the hood now. It should decrease the bad fitment from the upper layer of the front end, so the hood should fit flush with the front bumper. And obviously, as I said in the last video, the fenders are going to be they're not going to have good fitment until I get the new ones in and I do the custom body work on that. So I'm going to show you guys the hood in a sec, but yeah. So as you can see, I have a carbon fiber GTS style hood for the E92, and it's a really easy process. I'm going to start by removing like the hood retaining like stuff so that the hood can properly bolt into the car. But yeah, I'm gonna put you guys in time lapse and get this started. Alright guys, just a quick update from that clip of me from December of 22 installing the hood and test fitting everything when I was with Ronnie and Alif. Yeah, so basically I've had fitment issues since then. So the part 2 of the next video is going to be me detailing like the hood situation and whatnot, but yeah, that's the current update for the car. This is a very long video because it takes place over the course of the whole year of 2022. Since I started in March, resumed again in, I believe, the middle of the year, and then it ended off in December 2022. So it's just a bunch of clips all over the place. And yeah, I'm just consolidating all of them and realizing that even for a part 1, it's going to be a very long video. But anyways guys, that's my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked me reviving the E90, bringing back E90 content. The next few videos are going to be solely E90, and I'm pretty sure following those videos are going to be E90 as well. So I'm really excited for this, really excited to get this back on the road. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.